Lufuno, good afternoon to you. We really appreciate your time this afternoon. So you have filed papers in the Labour Court. What are you arguing?
Good afternoon, Clement and ENCA viewers at home. Yes, indeed, we have served the papers in court against the Public Service and Administration Minister and other respondents. Our intention to file papers are informed by the fact that the employer is backtracking on a 3-year wage agreement that was signed on the 8th of June 2018. So they are backtracking on the last leg of that agreement. That is why we took the employer to court.
What chances do you stand here, Lufuno, given the current economic realities in our country right now? We have a situation where government will possibly not be able to increase the wage bill, the wage increases because of the realities that we're facing right now. They may have agreed to do so 3 years ago, but the realities are quite different. It's putting all the resources that it has to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic on the economy. So how hopeful are you that you may reach some level of agreement and see government, even with the pressure that Treasury has right now, still agree to commit to that deal that it signed 3 years ago?
You see, Clement, we must not mix issues here. We must separate this unfortunate incident that we are dealing with of the pandemic from the agreement which the employer signed without being forced by anyone. In fact, PSA didn't sign that. We were not part of the parties that signed that agreement in 2018 because we didn't agree with certain things there. But the employer and other parties at the Public Service Coordinating Bargaining Council, they signed that agreement. And then when you sign the agreement, it's legally binding. And then for us as PSA, we are of the view that the Resolution 1 of 2018 is like a contract to our members. So we cannot be sitting here talking about the troubles at Treasury and all sorts of things. The troubles that are confronting Treasury at the moment is because of the corruption in the country that was allowed to continue unabated. So it has nothing to do with us. Just think of our workers on the front line, the nurses. Not long ago, I was listening to you when you were talking about numbers of health workers who are infected by the virus. 2000, I think it's 2084, if I'm not making a mistake. 200 have recovered, 18 have since passed on. Those people are sacrificing for the country, saving lives. And then this is what the government has to reward them with. So we mustn't mix issues. In fact, the employer wrote to us after we wrote to them to get assurance if they are still going to be committed to the last leg of the agreement. They said, yes, we are still committed to that. So they must honor that promise of the last leg of the Resolution 1 of 2018 by paying our members and all public servants what is deservedly theirs.
Are you prepared as unions, Lufuno, to accept a revised offer from government? When you met at the bargaining council, what proposal was made?
No, they came up with, in fact, what they were saying. They were saying they want to renegotiate the agreement that is already on the table. You cannot renegotiate something that is signed, and they were offering those employees on level 1 to 8 I think it was 4.4%, and that 4.4% is not a real 4.4% because they were going to take something from the pay progression of these members. So we found that proposal ridiculous, and both parties at the council rejected that proposal from the employer.
All right. Thank you so much. Lufuno Mulaudzi is the Public Servants Association president.